Hello, tutor. My name is Natalia Samantha Hernandez del Mar. Today I'm here with my classmates Wilder Aldair Araki Isidro, Yanes Campuzano Gomez, and Claudia Patricia Gomez. We are going to present our theoretical analysis report from Phase 2, titled Reducing Anxiety in B1 level students in virtual English class through cognitive, affective, and social culture approaches. First, we will review the main theories of foreign language acquisition and compare them based on Lesson 5.
Hi, my name is Wilder Aldair Araki, and today I'm going to introduce you the behaviorism. The behaviorism is one of the three theories relevant to this problem. The Board Frederick Skinner, B.F. Skinner, is a pillar of radical behaviorism who developed the theory of operant conditioning. The key concept is learning through repetitions, reinforcements, stimulus responsive, by B.F. Skinner. The instructional implications is provide corrective feedback and practice drill for build confidence.
Kratzer monitor model. Proponent Stephen Kratzer. From Kratzer's perspective, the affective filter may have been elevated due to anxiety, which blocks languages acquiescing adhesion. If students feel fear or nervous about the possible of making error, they will not participate and the information will not be processed.
The social culture of the Lev Vygotsky states the learning and the cognitive development dependent social interaction and the cultural environment in which each individual life. The theory began applied in Colombia include education models. We are cultural linguistic, the diversity recognition, and ethnic and linguistic identity are valued.
Application to an observed context. In the virtual session, students participate in oral activities guided by the teacher, but not all of them were actively involved. From a behavioral's perspective, the lack of reinforcement and fear of correcting may have reduced participation. From Kratzer perspective, students may have had a high affective filter due to anxiety, but can block learning. Finally, from a social cultural perspective, more peer interaction and support could help students feel more confident when speaking.
Select education problem. Learning, anxiety, and a lack of confidence in students when speaking English. In the virtual session level by 1, it was evident that several students displayed insecurity and low participation when speaking English. Despite the teacher efforts to correct interaction, some avoided responding, gave very short answers, or remained silent. This reflects anxiety and a lack of confidence, like due to a fear of making error, which can hinder language learning, especially at an intermediate level where oral expression is fundamental.
Problematization of the educational situation. What is the main problem you saw in the virtual session? In class number 5, some students had poor internet connection and were afraid to speak in English. Those who participate had difficulties organizing and expressing their ideas, and the tutor did not provide enough support. Also, the class focuses mainly an oral participation without offering more guidance.
The second question is, who had this problem? All students or always some? When did it happen? The difficulties, such as internet connectivity, will not affect all students, but rather a portion of the group. These difficulties arise primarily during activities and work sections, especially when the students are asked to organize to express ideas in English or to practice spontaneously tutor requests.
This problem affects English learning oral practice because students lack of participation reduce their opportunities to the practice pronunciation fluency. It is important because the lack of oral participation in English directly affects the learning process. Speaking in English allows students to the practice relevance feedback, again confidence and build communication skills.
What are some possible causes of the problem? Causes of the problem are relied on pedagogical aspects such in the tutor strategies, methodologic aspects such as the type of activities and the motivation to achieve participation. A technical aspect due to connection failure and difficulties in the virtual space when sharing the activities.
The last question is, how can we explain this problem using the theories? The problem is that the lack of the oral participations negatively affects English learning, whether due to emotional factors such as Krashen's theory, like behavioral factors, cognitive factors, constructive factors, and connective factors.
The social cultural theory was the one that helped me understand and recording importance of the inclusion and diversity in the classroom and in daily life.
What did you like or not like about the virtual session? You observed why? I like the initial interaction and some students participated and showed interest in learning English. However, during group activities and spontaneous contributions, several remained silent with limited interaction. Furthermore, the virtual environment presents difficulties both due to connection problems for some students and technical difficulties experienced by the tutor.
How can this activity help me as a future teacher? This activity helps me understand the importance of emotional, cognitive, and social factors in learning English. It also motivates me to reduce anxiety, encourage participation, and create safe environments where students feel confident to speak.
The last question is, if you could change something in sessions, what would you change? How will theory help you do that? If I could change anything about the sessions, I will modify the activities to make them more dynamic and collaborative in order to reduce silence and encourage oral participation in English. The theory will help me to achieve this through positive reinforcement, anxiety reduction, better organization of activities, increased interaction, and the use of digital networks.
Answer the following questions. What innovative English learning activity would you propose to address the problem? I will propose a gamified activity where students complete chains and missions in English. For example, they can answer questions, solve problems, and participate in interactive games to practice speaking and vocabulary. Second, what digital tools or records will you use for this activity? I will use digital tools like Genially, quizzes, and artificial intelligence apps. These tools make learning more interactive, fun, and personalized. And third, how will you evaluate the impact of these activities on language learning? I will evaluate the impact through students' participation, progress in their language skills, and feedback.
This is answer. I I will propose an activity where students in collaborative, why create comics or short stories in English, where their creativity using audiovisual tools and text in order to promote the teamwork and practice the language. Answer B, I will use Canva for visual edition, Paddle for collaborative work, and Kahoot for interactive practice. And answer C, I will evaluation student participation and the quality their comics English.
The first question, what innovative English learning activity would you propose to address the problem? The activity I will propose for the problem in lesson 5 for conversation and fear of the speaking will be a dynamic speaking activity to maintain interactions such as reading a text and having the student repeat after me. Then they will summarize what they understood and answer a question relative to the text. Finally, they will present their summary and their answers to the questions. The second question is, what digital tools or resources will you use for this activity? I will use Paddle for them to create their summaries on that digital tool, and the resources I will use will only be the microphone and chat, sharing images of the instructions with the chat serving as another means of communications. This way, the activity will be inclusive for the students with poor internet connections, those who are afraid to speak, and those who have difficult organizing their ideas. The third question is, how will you assess the impact of this activity on language learning? I will evaluate the impact of this activity by assessing student participations, such as oral interactions during readings, their contributions, such as the summary in the Padlet digital tool, the coherence in their answers to the questions, and their pronunciation and fluency when sharing their contributions with the class.
Activity 2. Learning English with avatars missions. Objective. Students will practice oral fluency and collaboration communication in an English allow emotional rise environment. Description. The student will enter a virtual English learning environment where they will use an avatar and a nickname to conceal their real identity. They will then choose a mission to complete in small groups. The student will receive real-time feedback through private notifications on their screen with house interaction their classmates' conversation. This protection reduces stress and inhibition while making vocabulary or pronunciation error. Digital tools strengths. Gamification. Use of mission challenge on rebus. The use of avatars at nickname eliminate inhibition and fear. Collaboration learning. Silent feedback. Artificial intelligence, robust private servers. How would you evaluate the impact on this activity on language learning? With pre- and post-session survey on the users participating in the session. Review the scores obtained. Evaluate the time they dedicate on these meetings.